this monster from out west they've placed in our community, and they put them in the middle of an area that is filled with children.
A male who's transitioning into a female who's been convicted of numerous sexual assaults on children and has admitted to violating 60 children. Right here, within a stone's throw. What's your reaction?
Yeah. As a school, we are very concerned, and we did call the Peel Police for them to come in, talk to the kids about safety, but not only that. The concern was that this individual is supposed to stay away from community centers and schools, and yet was placed across the street from a community center and a school. That's like putting an alcoholic next to a liquor store. If there is a considerable risk to reoffend, why are we putting innocent children in the position to possibly be the victim? To me, that doesn't make any sense, and we want answers.
So right here, we have all summer long, kids play in this playground. There's people that walk through here all the time. We walk our dogs. There's so many kids that spend all their time in this park. I can't believe that we have a pedophile and a halfway house just around the corner.
Quite a lot of work went into this collaboratively with Corrections Canada. I can just assure you that there is a lot of work going on into it, and I think from what we've demonstrated in the past couple of weeks of the work that the regional police does, I can assure you that there is a lot of work going into this.
And are women in our community no longer at risk?
And to keep the community safe, we will do what is necessary within legislation and the law for us to be allowed to do that. We can't be infringing on this individual's rights also. In saying that, since we have heightened the attention to this individual, I know that their desire to use the 4 hours that they're permitted to have, they're not using it.
We're livid. The fact that Corrections Canada was asleep at the switch. You got a long-term supervision order that says this serial pedophile shouldn't be near children. This monster from out west they've placed in our community, and they put them in the middle of an area that is filled with children, next to Gage Park, next to our theater that runs children programming, next to the Brampton Library. Like, I don't know if whatever official in Ottawa decided this. I'm not sure if they don't know where Brampton is on the map. They've never been in our city, but clearly they haven't done their homework, because this is completely short-sighted, and that's why, you know, when the Peel Police put out an advisory warning the public, putting the photo up, beware of this pedophile who has targeted young girls under the age of 8. As a city, we've stood up to tell the federal government this can't stand.
Mr. or Miss Harks, the councillor, I think Santos, asked the question about being on dating sites. Again, I know that there's some privilege to it, but have you heard that yourself, and is that something you're investigating?
I can't comment.
If there is predatory conduct towards young women in our community, children in our community, and that's being kept from us, well, I'm glad our councillors were asking those questions. I'm glad they're asking those tough questions, because if something happens to a child in Brampton, we're going to be beyond angry with the federal government for their negligence.